and we're here. We're back.
To get the recording started.
You know what I was gonna do is I was actually going to like record a sound bit of where it says the recording is in progress, and I was going to play that before the recording had actually started, and trick y'all.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it.
I just figured I'd let it sit for a minute. I was like, I'll let it sit and make him think I forgot.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how it goes. You can tell I'm waiting for it at this point. um, but for like everybody at home, this is Wade. Wade's gonna be joining the second season. A little bit of a cast shakeup, and he's bringing that chaotic energy to season two. Do you want to introduce yourself, Wade?
Uh, yeah, I'm Wade. I'm yeah, that's about it. I really don't have much. I don't really ever talk about myself.
I, I was kind of
I'm
expecting.
I'm 6'3". There.
I was kind of expecting. It's like, oh, do you want to introduce yourself? I thought you were just gonna wait for a second and say, no, I'm good.
Yeah, that also was an option.
Yeah. So we have a little like questionnaire that we do for new players.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab that before we get started. Nothing too crazy, just so people can get to know you.
It's a
First,
good idea because I'm bad at talking about myself.
it's okay. I think everybody to a certain extent is like you need to kind
That's
of
true.
you got to have an icebreaker, and then it's all like talking from experiences, right?
Mhm.
I mean, you can ask Beth if I start talking about Mountain Dew, I'll go off for
Oh
a
my
good
God.
half an hour.
Yeah, I have absolutely at some point like essentially ruined a date to meet Chris around because I would not shut up with The Last of Us.
I I feel that I
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Beth actually recorded me part of me talking. I wouldn't even say it was like talking to her. I think at a certain point I just started talking at her because she didn't care. She's like,
Yeah.
okay. And I was like, oh, but there's this flavor of Mountain Dew, and then like this flavor isn't available. But I remember I tried this one, and I'm pretty sure it was Game Fuel. That was one of like the real good ones back in like the like very like the late aughts or early 2010. It was like
Yeah.
when Halo 3 came out, um that like that particular Mountain Dew, and she's just like, what the fuck are you even talking about? But uh thumbs up in the chat for people who remember Game Fuel. That was a thing.
I don't think I was really aware that Mountain Dew, like, I knew there were different colors,
Mhm.
but I don't think I was really even aware that they had like names until like fairly recently.
Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, it's almost like it's not as bad as like Gatorade, which I'm the type of person that would say if you know the actual flavors of Gatorade, you're a cop. Um,
Yeah.
like Gatorade, it's blue, light blue, red, orange, purple. Like you don't,
Yellow.
yeah, yellow. You don't say the flavors. You just say the color. And when somebody's like, well,
Yeah.
how does that taste? You're like, it tastes purple.
Yeah. It tastes like blue.
It tastes like blue. Or it tastes light blue. Yeah, I've been a connoisseur of Mountain Dew for sure. There's some crazy ones. There's ones that I really want to try, but I'm probably never going to be able to, like gingerbread gingerbread flavored Mountain Dew. or like
Why? Why is that a thing?
it's a they put out some for Christmas every year, and they ran out of flavors. They made gingerbread. They
It's
made
weird.
the like the this will lead to me going on a longer tangent, but like they have a flaming hot Mountain Dew now, and I'm just like, what's the point of a spicy drink like that? Just that no, that doesn't make sense. I don't
Yeah,
understand a
I'm an
spicy
adult.
drink.
I can just go buy Fireball. I'm an adult.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, like why do you need a spicy drink? It does not make sense. It is not needed. I'm gonna cut myself off now before I start getting into a rant about spicy Cheeto Mountain Dew. Because I will, I will
I believe
rant,
you.
and I will. I mean, it's understandable. Like
Right?
it's,
Yeah, I'm with you.
but yeah, I won't. I won't make everyone who likes spice mad because I will. I will if I just keep going. So we're gonna go over the questions. So these are technically like the season one questions, just like the new player questions.
Yeah.
So how long have you been playing D&D?
I There was a very long hiatus in the middle
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't really even know anybody else who like would have played. But I
Mm-hmm.
played D&D way back in like I want to say I was like 12 or 13,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around there, which is like 20 years ago. My cousin wanted my cousin was like every summer my cousins would come down from Ottawa, and one of them, the oldest, he was really into it and he wanted to like practice his DMing skills.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and my other cousin, his brother Ross, would play just the three of us. But that was back when it was 3.5. That was before it was even that was before even the fourth edition.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there more recently when I started back up again, I think it was 2018-ish, I want to say. I think I started with some friends of mine, or a friend of mine at the time. I didn't know the other people before this, but I started with a friend of mine out in New Maryland who I'd known through my ex, and I've been playing with her since then.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had like I've had other games like in the middle or one offs or whatever. So
Yeah, I remember
been a little bit.
I tried to get a game going when I was in like high school, and that would have been 15 years ago now. I had no idea what I was doing. I remember I tried to do one over Zoom when I was living in the States, and I had no idea what I was doing. I got all the people there, and they did know how to play D&D, so I was just like, oh yeah, we're it was really stupid too. It was like Marvel D&D. It's like you're fighting the boomerang and roll the hit. Okay, sure, that hits. And they're like, you have no idea what you're doing. And I was like, I don't. And they're like, okay, we're done. It wasn't. I didn't know the rules. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, what is your favorite part about D&D?
Favorite part of D&D? I don't actually know, to be honest with you. I do enjoy like the shenanigans aspect of it, like the whims and the
The hijinks.
yeah, like every like because like every session it feels like there's some sessions there isn't, but it feels like for the most part every session there's some sort of like tomfoolery to be had,
Oh yeah,
and it
with
can be
this group.
simple, it can be small. Yeah, but it's just like, but it, like, and like, I think it's because like, I think a lot of time you just like people like, we're getting old,
Hmm.
or at least we're starting to feel old. So we get home and we don't want to be like doing stuff. We want to just like, oh, I'm home. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, no, there's generally whenever I think people are going to go one way, they go the other way, right? It's
Yeah,
everybody's doing surprising things. Case in point, me setting up a like interesting mob of enemies for the people to fight, and then Karen deciding, actually, I wish they were all slugs.
yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah,
I wasn't playing, but I was in the room playing my video game when that happened,
yeah,
and because Krista was playing, and I remember stopping my game, turning around, and looking at Krista, saying, "Did Karen just turn everybody into slugs?" And she said, "Yep." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, that was definitely a moment. But like, there's been so many moments like that where there's always a scheme, right? There's
Yeah.
always a
It's also
scheme.
too like someone somewhere could have been like someone somewhere could have like listened like in in that, and then when they got to like I'm gonna transform them, would have been like, oh well, yeah, she has the wish thing. That makes sense. I could have seen that coming.
Mhm.
But she said slugs. Like she turned them into slugs. She
Yeah,
didn't turn them into like I don't know, like literally like anything, like a plant or like or just anything. Like I don't know why she thought of slugs in that moment. Like or she could have just wished that they all just stopped breathing or something. Like like it would not have occurred to me to make them slugs.
yeah, yeah. That was I. I had to tell her I'm like, yeah, that's like 20 some castings of true polymorph, but
Yeah.
um, I was like, you know what? Sure, that's its own monkey's paw. So I like doing the monkey paw. It's like how they say with D&D and like improv in general. It's yes and for me it's yes and unless it's no but. One of the two. It's either can I do this and I
Yeah.
say yes, or can I do this and I say no, but you can do this other thing instead. But okay, one last question and then we can get to the game here.
Yeah.
Any expectations and or hopes for this game?
To go first in combat at some point.
To go first in combat, yeah, I don't think that will be a problem for you.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Actually, that would be the real comedy is if I went the entire time not going first still somehow.
I I have seen it. I've seen stuff like that happen.
Yeah,
Um,
it's definitely possible.
mhm.
I could just roll nothing but ones on my initiative and we'll see what happens.
I mean, even if you roll a one, that's still 15.
Well, yeah, but I think that's still like that leaves at least opportunity for other people to get above me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, once you roll, like if you roll a five, like most people aren't gonna get above you
No.
by much. So, you'll definitely be going early in combat, if not first.
That was the hope of this character. I have other characters that I'm like, oh, this character's so cool. They're so good at whatever this and that and the other thing. And I'm like, if I could just go first and like set things up, and then I go like last or second last, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, no, I've definitely been there. It's waiting to do something. It's kind of like I was playing Scrabble once, and I literally waited the entire game just because I wanted to play one word. There was this like one particular word that I wanted to put down, and an opportunity came up, and I laid it, and I was so happy. I lost the game by a lot, but I was able to
you
put in
got
wordy.
nice. I think you win that. I think you win on that though.
Yeah, somebody like literally peeked over my shoulder and like, that's a word, right? I'm like, yes. I'm just waiting to put it down.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was a bucket list thing there. Wanted to make sure I could do that, but I can definitely see the frustrating thing of like I've got something cool. I never get to do it. I never get to
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually that just means either you need to be faster or the enemies need to be a little bit stronger. All kind of depends who you're with, what you're doing, type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see some good combos and stuff coming up. I will. I just reminded me of something. So you have the alert feat, and I remember
Yes.
they changed something with the alert feat because I was talking
Really?
to Karen about it. and you can actually switch your, like, if you have two consenting people, you can switch your initiative with another person. So
Interesting.
if you go last and somebody else goes before you, you can ask them if you can go first, and they can let you go. Like, you can switch your initiatives, which is good because there's a lot of other people who won't want to go first, right? They'll want you to set something up. So
Is alert not a hold on?
it got changed with the new rules because it's an origin feat now,
Okay.
but it still has all the same things. Can't be surprised. The +5 to initiative, and you can switch
I'm
your
not seeing that
initiative.
here anymore.
It might be because you have the old version of it.
Yeah, I have the old version on it, but the new I'm looking at the new book version. It doesn't, and it says you're adding your proficiency and not +5.
Is it adding proficiency? Let me just double check here.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, and yeah, initiative proficiency. When you roll one initiative, you can add your proficiency bonus to the roll. Initiative swap. Immediately after you roll initiative, you can swap your initiative with the initiative of one willing ally in the same combat. You can make a swap if you or the ally has the incapacitated condition.
Interesting.
The thing we were talking about earlier would work then. If you were to get Jack of all trades, you
That's
would,
true. Yeah, you can make. Yeah,
because like the Sage's Compendium says, if you add your proficiency modifier, you can't add it again. But
right. But if that was the case, you wouldn't be like having the alert feat would be essentially useless for the Haragons.
yes, and D&D Beyond allows you to do it using
Right.
the old and the new rules. So
Yeah.
So the Haragon, if the Haragon and the alert work, then
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason why it shouldn't work.
Yeah.
We'll leave a little room here to put the theme music in, and we'll get started.
And then Justin will edit it.
Justin will edit it around and put the theme music in.
Right.
Because the theme music is his for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really funny when I came back to do the editing. And then it's like, oh yeah, Justin will edit this. I'm like, Justin's still not editing this. Oh dear. But anyways, we'll get to it. So I'm gonna set the scene here real quick. I will say the past unrecorded games are canon. We don't really have to go into discussion about what happened there. Basically, you met the team, you left the team because you're on your own mission. So it's been a couple of weeks since then. You are searching for something in particular, which we'll get into in a minute here. And it has taken you very far north. Like, you've traveled for a couple months and have gotten where you are, which is a little turned around. You're actually starting to head closer, further south now. You're starting to see a little bit of a tree line. They're kind of sparse trees. But if you want to go ahead and introduce your character, what your character looks like, and your character's name and everything there.
Yeah, he's a Haragon ranger. He's how tall? I don't remember how tall I made him. I'm sure I did that though somewhere. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. He's 4 foot. He's 4'6". He currently has like white grayish fur that kind of blends in with snowy, like Arctic or Antarctic kind of ice, snow kind of turf. He's got uh like a thick leather coat of sorts, and one of those hats that has like the big ear flaps that flops down over your sides of your heads that'll like you could connect at the bottom under your chin if you wanted.
Mhm.
I believe it's been a little bit. I believe he's riding or at least walking next to a giant lemur.
Yeah, yeah. Your mount is a giant lemur. Does he have a name?
Uh, Lee.
Lee. Lee the lemur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense. I can see it. I'll say you're kind of riding Lee, which you do quite a bit. He's got some kind of basic leather armor on, and yeah. So you're kind of what's the right word here? You're jaunting. You're kind of just going for like a walk. You. It's been a couple days. You finally got into the to the tree line. What would you like to do? You've been kind of walking at a leisurely pace most of the day.
How the day is it?
Pardon?
Is it like are we in the middle of the day? Is it evening or?
It's about middle of the day, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's too early to like hunker down or anything, so I probably just press on forward through the trees. Just keep making just keep the same heading. Eyes and ears peeled for any and all possible threats or
Mhm.
points of interest.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably keeping an eye out trying to find water.
Yeah,
All right. Roll me a nature.
it's a 9 on the dice, so that would give me a grand total of 13.
All right. You're able to find like the snow is very deep. And the trees that you are finding are like very hardy trees, very like thick, round, deep roots. So you imagine you're probably fairly inland. So if you wanted to find water, you wouldn't want to go south. You'd probably want to go east or west, depending on where you are. You're not quite sure which way would be best, but you think east or west along the tree line might take you to water.
Or some sort of coastline.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think if there's a way I could just. Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
In my travels so far, have I recognized or seen any constellations in the sky at night that are familiar
So
to me, or that would give me any sort of insight as to what direction I should try to be going?
not since you've reached the north. That's one of the like things about the north is that it's so covered in like storms and like very low clouds. You haven't been able to get any bearings. It's kind of you've kind of lost a handful of times the further north you
All
are.
right.
Just
Okay.
because there is no constellations. It's actually why um, this is actually kind of relevant to something later. Um, but the tower itself, the wavering tower, which is where everybody else is, that's why they are having a hard time, because they are not quite sure where they are because they can't see the constellations.
Interesting. Okay. Well, just on a random whim, then hold on. Let me grab my D2. I'm going to decide which way I'm going. And by D2, I mean a coin.
I thought you were gonna say by D2. I mean R2D2.
Yeah, that's right. All right, now I'm going to make that west. I'm going west.
All right. So you're going west. It's pretty pretty bare, kind of from what you see. The tree line that you're at the moment, it's kind of a stretch. They call it a tree line. It's like there's a tree every couple hundred yards. Like they are pretty sparse in between, and the rest of it's just snow, like lots and lots of snow and ice.
All right.
But after traveling for a good like 2 or 3 hours, you start to see some movement. It's a bit further off in the distance.
Like like coming like in the direction I'm going, I can see this like movement,
Yeah,
or like off to the sides, or
in the direction that you're going. After a good like 20 minutes, you kind of realize that it's coming towards you. So
yeah,
you see them and they see you. You want to roll
almost
me?
like people.
Yeah, you want to roll me a perception check?
Sure. Well, that's not good. I'm still a 13. I rolled it. I didn't roll super great on the dice, but that's still a 13.
Okay. It takes you a good couple minutes to kind of for your eyes to adjust.
Snowblind.
Yeah, essentially, you're not kind of sure what's going on for a second. There's some blowing snow. Eventually you see there's five figures that are kind of running towards you. Uh, as they get closer, you see that they are mounted on giant foxes, and they all seem to be wearing similar armor to each other.
Oh, they're in like a group.
Yeah.
Do I have any? Have I had any real like interactions with other people or communities or anything other aside from the people I met in that cave that one time?
Not really since you've gotten this far up. You've kind of stayed clear of most villages. You're mainly because you're trying to find sources of water. But
Yeah.
yeah, you've kind of skirted by around. The further north you've gone, there's it literally went from some settlements to a few settlements to pretty much no settlements. It's been a good couple of weeks since you've seen anybody.
Okay. And they look hostile.
Pardon?
How
Do they look
fast are they moving?
hostile?
Like yeah, I don't know. Do they look hostile or like are they coming at me like full tilt or are they just sort of like riding in my general direction?
They seem to be riding in your general direction. It's a leisurely pace. It's a little bit harder
Okay.
to kind of figure out because they're riding foxes and not something like a horse.
All
But
right.
it'd be like a jaunt, not quite a full gallop or anything.
Oh yeah, so they're not like sprinting at me. They're just traveling in my direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would currently since they haven't put any like sort of like hostile like vibes out yet, like they're not chasing me down or anything, they're just kind of riding towards me. I think I would just give them something of a berth, try to like continue my direction, but also like move off to the
Off to the side, kind of
probably
letting
I'd
you wait
probably
for them.
yeah, there's more of them than there is of me, so I'm not trying to get like I'm not trying to make them move for me. That just seems ridiculous. So I
Mm.
think I would probably just probably just lead slightly south while maintaining the westerly direction.
Okay. So yeah, as they start getting closer, you start kind of veering closer to the tree line there, giving them room to pass by, and as they do, they you get a better look at them. They all seem to be wearing relatively the same armor, just kind of like different colors. Um,
Yeah.
Seems to be made of some kind of metal, has fur underneath it, and they all seem to have the same emblem, which is of a fox head on it.
Okay.
They're all very fox themed. Like they have a lot of fox things with them, including like the shape of their helmets. And give me a perception check.
Hopefully this is good. 16.
16. Um,
Yeah.
you even are you're able to even see the leader or what you would expect to be the leader. They seem to have like a bigger kind of mantle. Their sword seems to have a fox head on the hilt.
Interesting.
As they ride by, they shout something at you, and you hear them as they go by. They come back around. They're kind of slowing down to match your speed, and they're coming in a way that's like two on one side, two on the other, and one kind of directly behind you. So
Do I they yelled at me. Do I understand their language?
yes, they are yelling at you in common.
Oh, okay.
You couldn't quite make out what they said because it was like an oi. Um,
So more of a try like more of like a noise to get my attention than like a actually yelling things at me specifically.
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So they kind of march up to you. They match your speed,
Yeah,
and
I'll slow down. If they're trying to like talk at me, I'll be like, all right.
okay. Do you slow or do you stop?
I mean, I think I would come to a stop.
Okay. So as you stop, they take up more steps, and they like four of them kind of almost encircle you within like a
Mm-hmm.
couple seconds, and then the fifth one, which you expect to be the leader, closes that circle and gets off their fox, and they open their helmet, which you see is also fox themed because they are obsessed. He looks at me. He's like, "Are you lost, stranger?"
Sort of. Can I help you?
Well, we don't see a whole lot of your kind up here.
Well, I mean, I think that's kind of the purpose of the camouflage fur is that you're not supposed to.
Oh, seems like we've got a wise one here. You cracking
You know,
wise.
I've been called worse.
So, what brings you up here?
I'm trying to find the ocean.
They they look at each other and they start to laugh. It's like, looking for the ocean, is he? You you're heading in the wrong direction there, bud.
Oh, was it east?
It it would be east, a
No.
long way east.
Well, shit. Well, if it's a long way east, how long is it west?
Probably the same amount. Probably.
Oh,
They look at each other and they kind of murmur and it's like, oh, probably a couple months. Either way, don't look
well,
like you've
shit.
got a lot of food to do, yeah.
No, but I'm okay with that part. I'll figure it out.
Well, there ain't a whole lot of food up here, as you can see.
I'm
We don't have
I'm
much.
pretty clever.
He kind of looks you up and down. He's like, "You got any food on you?"
I don't know that I do. Actually, do I? I don't have
Uh,
anything listed.
I'll say roll Constitution.
That's not good. 5.
You've got like 5 weeks worth of food on you.
Jeez.
You're always kind of well prepared.
Yeah. I'm also a hunter.
Yeah. Also, like 5 weeks of food would not be enough to reach where you're trying to go.
It's true. But I might encounter things I might encounter food along the way.
So they look at you like, so how about you and I come to an agreement? You give me half your
Yes.
food, and we'll let you head east or west, whichever way you want.
My counter proposal is I give you no food and I go west.
They look at each other again. He's like, "You've got quite a lip on you,"
Yes.
and he puts his hand on like the pommel of his sword. He's like, "You know it's dangerous out in these parts."
That's what I hear, yeah.
So, what drives a man to come all the way out here?
Luck, I guess.
What kind of an answer is that? What
I
kind
don't
of
really know how I got here, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't really lie. Like, there's nothing lie about or be clever about. I don't really know how I got out here.
roll a history check.
Okay, hold on. History. 12.
12. You remember, like, it takes you minutes to remember, and you can respond with, you're looking for a boat, and somebody said the boat was heading in this direction.
There's a boat in this direction?
Yeah, there's a boat going north, so that's why you were heading north.
Yeah. Well, surely the boat would have to be on the ocean.
Well, I do believe that's where they put boats.
All right. Well, yeah, but I went north. I couldn't find the boat, so now I'm going west. I don't really know how I got where I am, aside from the fact that I'm looking for this boat. Don't really even know where here is.
Well, you in no man's land now. You know why they call it no man's land?
Because there's no men there?
Yeah, that's why they call it that.
Well, that explains you guys.
You just hear like one of the guys goes, "Ooh, so what's it gonna be? Are you gonna head east with us, give us half your food, or are you gonna head west by yourself, and we'll take your food?"
I'm gonna choose secret option number 3.
They all look confused. Like, number 3, what's number 3?
See ya, and then I just take off.
So you're gonna take off on the lemur. I'll say the Rafin. They have like a 10-foot circle around you. How are you gonna be taking off?
He's a lemur. I assume he can jump slightly.
Okay. We'll say that at the moment that the lemur has your pluses for your skill checks, So can you roll me an acrobatics?
Acrobatics. I have a +4 of acrobatics, and I rolled an 8 on the dice, so 12.
Okay. So you start. Your Lee needs a little bit of a running start, so everybody's kind of scrambling to get back on their foxes, but you're able to jump over the leader. It's almost like a free willy jump where he just kind of looks up and
Yeah.
it's the lemur, and then you start running away. But they are very close on your tail, so they are. You're running, they're running. What would you like to do?
There's no thick tree line off to like any direction that's nearby.
No, not at the moment.
I think if there's nowhere for me to properly hide, I think what I would do is whether he understands me whether he understands me or not. In Sylvan, I would lean forward and whisper in the lemur's ear and just say, "Just keep running, buddy." And then I would spin around in my saddle or whatever and just pull out my bow and arrow.
Okay, all right. Give me I'll say an animal handling check.
That's gonna be good. 23.
23. Okay. So you whisper to Lee, who he picks up the pace, and gives you a little bit of a wider berth between you and the foxes that are behind you, and you very skillfully, it's almost like ballet. You do like a spin, and it's like one solid movement. You're facing backward. You've got your bow out. So they are running at you. See a few of the foxes have taken out some crossbows, and they're trying to get a shot on you, but they're not steady.
With the opportunity, I would pick off the leader first.
Sure. So roll an attack, and I'll say you're not at disadvantage or anything because you're all good.
25 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, 12 points of damage. I maxed on the dice. Excellent.
Nice. All right.
Do I get two attacks? Do I get 2 attacks on this? Because I have because I'm past level 5.
Yep. No, if you've got 2 attacks, you've got 2 attacks. So
yeah. It's been a while since I played like a combat heavy character. Oh, that's even better. That's 26 to hit on the second one.
Yep, that hits.
And I rolled another 8, so it's another 12.
Nice. All right. So you pull back, and all I'm going to say, you pull 2 arrows back at the same time, and you let them loose, and they hit him in both shoulders. I'm going to have him roll dex.
Actually, real quick.
Yeah.
Just because I'm reading things. It's been a while since I've gone over Buckler's his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have this thing called favored foe.
Mm-hmm.
When I hit a creature with an attack roll, I can mark the creature as my favorite enemy for 1 minute, or until I lose concentration, which is like a spell. And the first time on each of my turns that I hit the favorite enemy and deal damage to it, including when I mark it, I can increase the damage by 1d6. So I'm going to throw that on there too.
Yeah, throw it on both.
No, I think it's only once per turn.
Oh, okay.
So it's just 4 more points of damage.
Okay.
Now it lasts for a minute, so I can do I can do 1 extra d6 every round if I hit them. So
okay. So you send off the 2 arrows, and they seem like hit him both in the shoulder, and he recoils, and you see his fox is starting to fall behind there, and he very nearly falls off the fox. So what we're going to do is we're not going to do initiative, but we're going to do...
I'm going to yell at the rest of them as a bonus action.
Pardon?
I'm just going to yell, you guys all just give up on this before you end up even worse than them.
They roll either a persuasion or an intimidation.
Both equally bad. Here we go. I rolled a 13 on the dice, so that's 12. Oh, if it matters, I was going for more of an intimidation than I was.
Yeah. They all kind of look at you and continue riding after you. They all got 12 or higher.
That's fair. Excellent.
All right. So I'm going to have you roll me a d6.
Okay.
And tell me what you get.
I got a 3.
A 3? Okay, so roll me a d20. We're gonna roll it 3 times, and you tell me the roll for each. Okay.
I got an 11,
Okay.
an 18,
Okay.
and a 1.
Okay. So you're able to you're a lot faster than these foxes. You're able to pick up a lot of speed, but as you're behind and your Lee's a little not distracted, but like a little bit. There's like a little bit of gust of snow in front of them, and does not see this obstacle that comes up. So there seems to be a tree, like one of these really large trees, and it's downed right in front of you. So you're gonna need to make an acrobatics check.
Ooh,
DC
9.
is 15. 9.
Yep.
Okay. So you kind of skitter for a second. You lose a little bit of speed, but Lee's able to like slow down, kind of skid to a stop, and then climb up and over the tree. So you skidded to a stop there. You're still turned around, so you can actually see. Lee didn't see it. These guys definitely didn't see it, and they all kind of like run into the tree one after the other. And it takes them a second to like regroup, and they're kind of scratching to try to get over it. And until they decide they're not going to be able to get over it, they're going to go around it. So you've gotten a big kind of head start.
Is there any like height differences in the terrain where I lose sight of them?
So after you're over, you lose sight of them for about 2 minutes. Like you're booking it. So
okay, so I'm full speed. I'm running away from them. As soon as I get to the part where I can't see them anymore,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw out a pass without a trace on myself and my lemur.
Okay, so
and I'm gonna try to stealth our way away from them. I'm gonna probably veer off almost at a 90-degree angle to the south just for a bit, just to try to lose them, and then I'll continue back to the west once I feel like I'm clear of their sight.
Okay. So yeah, you are able to scramble up and over the tree. You see them all run into it, and you see that they're going to go lengthwise. You can see that it takes a minute there. So as you're over the top, Lee jumps off, and as Lee kind of like does that like little leap off of it, that's when you cast your passive out of trace. So Lee lands on the snow with absolutely no sound, right? Like you don't even hear a hoop when he hits the snowy ground, and he just starts booking it and kind of weaving into the tree line a little bit. They roll me a stealth.
Okay, stealth for me is 26.
26. Okay.
I rolled a 6 on the dice.
So they come out, and you see them. They're kind of far off, but you're still able to kind of see them. And you see they're all looking around except for the bandit. The bandit rolled a nat 20. Sorry, not the bandit. The captain, he rolled a nat 20. So you almost see him, like he locks eyes with you and starts booking it towards you. But all the other ones are kind of lost, and they're a good like 2 minutes back. So I will give you, if you want to make an attack, you can make an attack. I don't know if that affects your passive out of trace.
I mean, if I'm attacking, I'm not stealthing. So I mean, any stealth roll I would make for the next, I think it's an hour or something like that. Is that plus 10? So
okay. I will
if it lasts for an hour, like I think it does.
If you're going to stealth,
yep.
I'll give you advantage on the next 3 rolls that I have you make. If you make an attack, you just roll as regular. Fair?
I think I'll throw the attack there just because I don't like this guy.
Okay. Yeah, so he's the only one that's coming after you now. The other ones are like further back. Like if you take out this guy, you'll be able to outrun them easily.
Ooh.
So if you want to roll an attack, you can.
First one's a 3 or a 12.
12 hits.
And the second one was 11.
All right, so you take two more arrows and you throw them out, like you shoot them out, and they both kind of whiff, like they're far off. You see he's probably about 100 yards, or 100 feet behind you now, but he seems to be kind of bobbing and weaving into the trees as you are. So I'm gonna have you roll 3 more d20s.
That's a 4,
Okay,
a 17, and an 11.
11. Okay, so you're able to get some good distance for a second, but using your kind of bobbing and weaving, you actually come across what looks like an abandoned camp that seems to have like a bunch of crates and barrels that are there. It's almost like a hollow. So you can make either an acrobatics check or an intelligence check to navigate around them.
I don't know which one's roll a 9 on the dice, so my intelligence I think is just +1. So I'd take the acrobatics, I think, which would be 13.
13. Okay, you're able to basically kind of almost like leap up and around it. You're able to move around it pretty easily. You see that after a minute, the other person is able to go through as well. Not as good as you were, but pretty close. And you're able to still go further. He actually doesn't have any ranged options. The other ones did, but he's probably about like 80 feet behind you now. If you want to you can make another 2 attacks.
That's a 19 on the dice. That's going to hit.
Okay.
And that's another 2 on the dice, so that won't hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage for the first one.
That'd be 8 points of damage. Has it been? It probably has. I'm just asking. Has it been more than a minute?
No, I would say it's only been It's been maybe like 15 seconds.
Oh, okay, so I could roll that extra d6 then.
Yep.
Okay, that's another 2. So that would be that'd be a total of 10.
So you're able to hit him. It doesn't. It like kind of hits him in the side, not in the shoulder like the other ones did. He doesn't look like he's slowing down at all, but you did get a hit on him.
I'm just gonna wave at him.
Roll. I guess it would be intimidation again.
Yeah, 6.
You wave and they do a hand gesture in return. All right.
It doesn't look like a wave.
You still got a bit of a significant amount of distance between the two of you. Like I said, all the other ones have kind of scrambled back, and they're not really there anymore. It's pretty much just you and the captain at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have you roll 3 more d20s.
13.
Okay.
1.
Okay.
20.
20. Okay. All right. So you again, you're facing the opposite way, but you hear Lee make a sound, and you turn around and you see. You're not sure how it came up, but there's a wall. There's a very large stone wall that is coming up. It seems to go south. You'd have to go north to go around it. You could possibly try to climb it, but it's not as easy as climbing wood or a tree. So you're gonna need to make a sharp turn, start going that way. So if you can make a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw. 16.
16. Okay. So you're able to steer out of it. You're able to run and book it. Like you're almost like drifting in the snow. And you see where
I've somehow managed to drift a lemur.
Yeah. You have drift the lemur.
Pull the handbrake.
You're just like riding. You're riding the lemur in reverse, and then all you hear is "And that's no when you go to Tokyo."
Yeah,
the Tokyo Drift song, and you're able to book it. Like you don't lose any speed, and you're able to get to a point where you can see the wall kind of dips underneath the snow, and you literally roll over it and turn back around and start running the opposite way to try to throw them off.
Yeah, I like that.
Run right into the wall. You hear a thud as they as they hit the wall,
Very good.
and I'm gonna take 6 damage. They eventually do make it up, kind of to the top of the wall. You are a good 110 feet away from them now. I'll have you roll 3 more 20s, and that'll be the last of the 20s. If you can get through these, sorry, you can make an attack.
I shoot him.
Yeah, you
I
can
was
make
saying,
an
can I
attack.
shoot him first before I do this?
You can make an attack roll. Yeah,
That's a 19 on the dice, and that's a 17 on the dice. So
both of
2
those
8s
things.
and a 6. That'd be a 3, 2 3s on the 8s, and then a 6. So that's 12, 20 points damage.
20.
Yeah. Hold on, let me double check math. I did 2 3s. That's 6, and then 1 6 is 12, and then the proficiency twice, or the dex twice. Yeah, 20.
Okay, so you hit him, and like you let your 2 arrows go, and both hit him like directly in the sternum. It pierces the armor that he has, and he looks like a slight breeze will knock him over. So I'll say,
You stop.
yeah, you can either roll 3 20s or you can roll 3d20s to continue going, or you can turn around and finish him off.
You stop. Because he looks like he's dead pretty well.
Like I said, a slight breeze would knock him over. The fox is even slowing down. So if you wanted to turn around and kind of meet them, you probably could.
I'm going to turn around and go back to him.
Okay. You turn around and he's
when I approach him, I've got my arrow drawn, like one of my arrows knocked into my bow, and I ride up to him and I say, "Hey, friend, I got a proposition for you. You give me that fox, and you get to leave away, and you get to go away with your life, or you die, and then I take the fox."
He sees like the fox has like stopped, and it's kind of like looking at you almost like a whimper look. Roll me an animal handling.
It's only 8 on the dice, but my animal handling is not bad. So hold on. I really want this to work. Oh, that's a 13.
Okay. It seems like you go up to it and like give it a pet, and it seems to like you. It has slowed down, and the leader of the foxes is literally just like wheezing, and you see that the last 2 arrows that you put in have like pretty much perforated his lungs. So,
okay.
He
is he on his mount, or is he like onto the ground now?
He's on the fox. He's almost
Okay.
pinned to the saddle almost.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna help him down.
Okay.
Off of the fox.
Roll me a grapple check.
Okay. That's bad. That's a 2.
Yeah, I think that's your acrobatics against his athletics or acrobatics. I'll probably do athletics.
If I'm using athletics, it's a 2. If I'm using acrobatics, it's a 6.
So you try to grab him down. He just kind of like pushes you away. He just kind of like slaps your hand away. He's
okay.
Like, you rat bastard.
Well, technically, I'm a hare.
Okay. You say that, and then is that when you loose your arrow? Because it's like a perfect. It's like a
no,
perfect
I don't want to. I don't need to kill him. It's not really. It really wasn't fair to begin with.
He kind of like he gets off. Yeah, he gets off his mount and he pulls out his sword. And as he pulls out his sword, you see it starts to like it has a slight like glimmer, like almost a fire-like quality to it.
Oh, interesting.
So he's holding that and he's like, "Come on, finish it like a man."
I mean, if you insist. Yeah, okay. I'll pull out my rapier. I'll put the bow away.
I'll get duel him 1v1.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want me to roll an initiative real quick?
Yeah, let's roll initiative real quick.
So you can remember before we really got into this, and I said, hey, if I roll a 1, it'll give the other people a fair chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a 15 for my initiative.
Okay. They rolled a 21.
Yeah, so I'm still not going first.
So they're
Killing
coming
me.
they're coming towards you with that sword.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit your AC?
It does not. Although I don't, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know why.
So they
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what the deal is here. I'm trying to understand why my armor class is 17. I'm just trying to understand why.
you
I have,
probably have
I'm a
studded
set of
leather.
plus, I have +1 studded leather, it says.
Yeah,
So that would
that
be
would
a
do it.
13.
Plus
Oh
your
yeah, 13,
dexterity.
4. Okay. Yeah, never mind. That adds up. Never mind.
So he comes at you and he tries to like slice you, and you very artfully dodge it. It is your
Oof.
turn. Actually,
Alright.
he makes 3 attacks.
Yeah, have extra matter. Let me
Uh,
have it. I say to him in actual.
he misses. He misses with 2, but the third one he hits.
Oh, good for him.
For 9 damage, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, 1 second. Dexterity save. 18.
18, you pass.
Okay.
So it almost looks like the fire tries to jump off onto you, but you're able to like brush it off. It didn't feel hot. You didn't take fire damage. It's
Okay.
you'll see more there. It is your turn.
All right. I'll take a couple swings at him with my rapier.
Okay, roll the hit.
That would be. Oh, hold on. I gotta check my. That would be 17 to hit
17
on the
hits.
first swing. 17 hits. Okay. I would make this if at all possible. I would make it non-lethal.
That'll depend on how much damage you roll. I will point out he's at 1 hit point.
11.
11. Okay. Give me a second here. I don't have anything brought up. Let me see. Okay. Roll me a d20.
13.
13. Okay. So he does his attack against you. You get hit and then you duck and you slash him, and you slash him in the belly.
Oof.
So it's not lethal, but you cut him open essentially. So it's not exactly lethal, but he's also not going to not die. It's just most likely he'll bleed out before. Like you won't be killing him with your sword. He'll just bleed out.
Is he unconscious?
He's still conscious at the moment. He's trying to he's trying to push his insides back in.
Ooh.
He's in shock. Yeah, he has dropped his sword and he's just trying to push the stuff back in.
Okay, I'm gonna squat down next to him. Also, okay, I didn't ask this question earlier. What race is this person?
They seem to be. So they're wearing a helmet, so you can't see. You'd have to actually move the helmet, open the helmet to see.
Okay. How tall are they?
They're probably.
I'm only 4'6", so are they?
They're 5'7", 5'8".
So they could be a human or an elf or something.
Yeah, they're when you open up their helmet, you see that they're fairly humanoid, covered in blood, but humanoid.
Yeah, I'm gonna. All right, I lift in the helmet. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna squat down so I'm staring at him eye to eye. Listen here, man. I'm gonna take your sword. I'm gonna take your fox. I could leave you alive, though.
He can't even speak. He's just you see blood's gurgling from his mouth, and he's trying to push it in, and he manages to wheeze, and he spits a bit of blood into your face.
Intentionally, or he was trying to talk and it just popped out.
Roll an insight.
Okay. Oh, that's not gonna be good. 9.
9. You're this motherfucker. This motherfucker. Right. you aren't quite sure, but you're pretty sure he meant it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tried. and I'm gonna stab him in the heart
Okay.
with my rapier.
You take his sword and you like put it in your belt and you just kind of like I won't even say like you put your sword into him and you like force it through his heart until
Yeah,
he stops moving and you like close his eyes. It's at this point it's a
yeah.
mercy killing.
But that's the point. I'm not like I
Yeah,
don't want him to suffer.
yeah.
Um,
You put him out of his misery.
I'm
Um,
gonna take a quick. I'm gonna do a sit still, and I'm gonna do a quick listen just to see if he can hear any of his like companions like in the nearby vicinity.
roll me a perception check.
That's 17.
17.
Yeah,
Yeah. You hear them. You're like they're probably a good like mile off.
like they're probably all shouting, trying to find him or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're
All right.
they're
Given that, if I can kind of tell that they're that far off, what I'm gonna do is put his guts back inside of him,
okay.
kind of like close his coat or whatever he's what got or his cloak or something. Try to like tie it off in a way where they won't just spill out again.
Hmm.
Put his hands on his chest, helmet back on,
Okay.
and I will slowly collect the fox that he was riding to bring with me and his stuff. He doesn't have anything else to like. I probably should go over him just to make sure he doesn't have anything else important. What actually?
Yeah. No, just the fox and the sword.
Okay, I'll take those with me, and then I will start a small fire next to his body, and then immediately jump on my lemur and take the fox with me, and we will off.
Okay. Um. So you like you basically like
I'm
take
basically
the
saying I'm setting the fire so that his friends can find him and know that he's dead.
okay. Yeah. You like so you set that up. I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. It's gonna be pretty easy enough with a tinderbox to do so. So you do that. You get it all set up. You take the reins of the fox and you kind of like tie them to Lee's.
Yep.
And he seems to go with you. Like he's fine there. So you're able to like kind of run away
Yeah.
and kind of
I'm gonna like we're gonna be like we're gonna be moving, but I'm not gonna be like full tilt sprint.
yeah
Because this fox just did a lot of work and just ran into a wall from what it sounded like. So
yeah. You're gonna like I would say if generally you could go like 60, you're probably gonna need to go like at 40 feet per turn type deal.
yeah,
But you're so far ahead of the other people, they're not gonna catch up.
yeah, exactly.
So you're able to go that way. You keep heading west.
You head west through the woods for a bit, and then
Yeah.
after like a mile or two, I'll probably veer back north slightly just to try to get to the tree line again.
So after about a mile, actually like what you see, if you can roll a perception check for me.
That would be a 13.
13. You start like you kind of keep going and you smell something on the air. Something that you recognize as burning wood, and it's not from the fire that you set. This is like from a chimney, and you can tell it's from a chimney.
Can I tell what direction it's in?
Yes, it's due west. After a couple minutes
Okay.
of continuing going, you see there's like not an official trail, but there seems to be like like a path in the snow.
Okay.
So, would you like to follow that path and see where it leads?
Yeah. Did I
Okay.
cast a spell besides Pass Without a Trace?
Yep.
Did I though? I'm trying to
No,
remember.
you haven't. No, you haven't. You've only
Okay,
cast.
I've got okay. For some reason, I have the first little spell slot checked off, but I don't think I used one. I will burn a cure wounds just on on my travel though.
Sure.
Or can I use can I like the leisurely pace we're going? Can I take it as can I use it as a short rest
Yep. You can use it as a
traveling
hit
over
die.
that
Yeah.
mile or so?
Yeah. You can use
Okay,
a
I
hit
would
die.
use it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me double check my stats. Should I get a +2 to a 10?
Yeah. You might honestly probably
Oh,
heal
perfect.
more if you do a hit die, or heal
Yeah,
better because you're
I rolled an 8 on the die, and I got a +2 con, which is 10, which puts me at the max anyway.
perfect. So you rest. It's a good about hour, but um,
Yeah.
eventually you come up to this. You see this building in
I was before he run up before he pulled right up to it.
Yeah,
I was gonna cast Pass Without a Trace. I was gonna re-up it again so I could get the fox in on it too
sure.
and stealth my way up because I don't know what I'm coming up on.
No worries. So yeah, you see this building. It almost looks like it has like a mill wheel or something like that outside, and there's a couple of animals that are kind of stabled next to it, and kind of like a
Oh,
pin
interesting.
or a pen. One seems to be like this really big auroch, and there's like some horses and a couple of ox there,
Oh,
and
interesting.
there's a sign, and it seems to be an inn. The sign actually says the hunter gatherer.
But Lee and this new fox friend, can I like tie? Can I like hitch them to like a tree or like out of sight of this lodge,
Yeah, sure.
and then sneak my way up to it and kind of like peek inside the window if I can, or peek inside like a crack in the wall or anything?
Yeah, no, you can go up and like the window is like you see the window is very like a lot of frost, a lot of frost and kind of worn. It's hard to see through. But give me a perception check.
Okay. Hey, that's a good one. That's gonna be a boop-a-doo, 23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to look in and you see there seems to be about 8 people inside. Just kind of moseying around. It looks like an inn. They seem to be doing stuff you would see at an inn, drinking, playing cards. Nothing out of the ordinary. They seem to be like some of them seem to be armed, but it doesn't seem weird. Like they're not soldiers or anything.
Okay. I will knock on the door.
Okay. So you go up to the door and you give it a little knock, and after a moment, a burly man opens it, and he kind of stands there. And he's like, "Oi, out in the cold, why don't you come on in?
You guys have room for one more or
Always room for one more."
okay. You got room for my mounts? I've just tied them back behind a tree for now. I didn't want to freak anybody out.
He kind of looks at. He's like, you want to bring them inside?"
Well, no, I just meant more like with the other mounts. They're like, is there like a barn type situation or
Oh,
a
oh,
stable
yeah.
that
No,
I
you
could get out
yeah
of the
you
wind?
can you can tie them up over there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we'll make sure looked after. Free of charge. Free of charge.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back, and I'll walk off and get my mounts.
Okay.
Actually, can I insight check this guy? Does he seem on the up and up? Like
Yeah, go ahead.
vibe check.
Vibe
Vibe
check.
check. 13.
The free thing seemed a little weird, but he seems to be pretty happy to see you.
All right. Do I have any money?
Yeah, you would have some.
I don't know that I have any. I don't know that I have any money. I don't
You,
have any listed, but that doesn't mean I.
yeah, I'll say you have a significant amount of money. You've done like odd jobs here and there, and I'll say you probably found like
Right.
10, 15 gold on the
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 dude.
the captain there. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna put 15 in the gold for now, just for him, and I'll just
yeah,
anything else we'll deal with later. But put that down for now.
no worries. Um,
Okay.
do you have a
Okay.
name for the fox yet?
Uh. Trying to think. No, I don't. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
No worries. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I just met him. I gotta get a vibe on his like personality when he's not like wheezing and like basically just trying to stay on his feet.
Yeah. So you go inside.
I'll bring them over to the stable or like semi barn or whatever they have that's there. It's
Yeah,
try to
the
keep
the
them out of the
the,
wind
the,
and stuff.
the stable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do that. You bring them.
So, all right. Now, Lee, this is our new friend. You look out for him, right? And then I'll turn. Actually, you know what? I don't know if this will work because they're special animals. Where is it? I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. What would you like to say, and who are you saying it to?
I'm gonna say to. I'm gonna say to. I'm gonna say to Lee. All right. All right. Now listen, Lee. This is our new friend. Um. You know, he's. He's had a rough day. A lot of running. He ran into that wall, which was not fun. So
Yeah,
you look out for him.
I remember that. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah. He. That. He. it was fun for you. It probably wasn't that fun for him.
Yeah.
So, be nice, make friends with them and, keep an eye out on them.
Okay.
And, keep, don't let the other animals bully
Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you.
you.
You're
And I'll
you're
turn to the fox and I'm like, turn to the fox and be like, all right, you just have a nice relaxing rest and we'll be on our way later. Have some food. Try not to
he
scare anyone or,
he looks up and he's like, "Are you gonna eat me?"
well, no, I'm a hare. I'm mostly vegetarian.
Nice. You like see like the fox kind of like eases like cool.
Yeah. This is Lee, by the way, and I gesture towards the lemur.
Hi,
He's
Lee.
gonna, he's gonna keep an eye on you, make sure you don't get picked on by any of the other animals. And we're just gonna have a nice rest for the night, and we'll be on our way tomorrow. And we'll see if we can find a scram, get ourselves some food.
All right, sounds good.
All right, good. All right, have a good night, and then I'll walk to the house or the
Okay.
cabin or whatever it is.
Yeah, so you walk into the inn. It's pretty dingy. There's a couple steps to go in, but you're inside now. There's a couple of tables open. There's not really any room at the bar, but there's a couple of tables.
I'm going to the table. I assume the bar is set up for like the proportionally height wise is probably for like humans or elves.
Yeah, like you
I'm
definitely
fairly small.
yeah, you can fit there.
I just take the table.
Okay. So you sit at a table and the guy that welcomed you in, he uh he sits down across from me. He's like, "So, where are you from? Where are you going?"
I'm from somewhere really far away. I don't really know how I got here, but I'm looking for a boat, and so I assume the boat is on the ocean, and so I'm currently traveling towards an ocean, hopefully.
An ocean, eh? Well,
He was informed earlier by some less than trustworthy people that it may be months of travel.
And how did that work out?
Well, I'm here and they're not, so
They look at you. They have like kind of like grin on their face, like so you know your way around and such.
yeah, I've been been through a few scraps in my life.
Well, I'm sure Bruno would have something to Bruno would be able to get something out of you. And as he says that, you hear a click under the table. Roll me an insight check.
Yeah, I rolled a 22.
Okay, 22. You recognize the click as a hand crossbow. And about 2 seconds later, you hear two similar clicks coming from behind you. And that's where we're going to end for today.
It's really unfortunate the situation I put myself in.